Darkfall, Shadowbane, games like that. Never played DAOC, but I hear it was sort of sandbox-ish. But maybe it was the best sandbox. I don't know because I didn't play it. Sorry, guys. But I mean, what would you say your favorite genre is, though? I mean, because I don't think anything could ever compare to that feeling that you just described with mining, in low sec, and it's like someone could jump you anytime. Or three people could jump you at any time, and it's your job to get away or beat them. And you're probably not going to beat them, so now you have this thrilling spaceship chase, system to system, and they could be setting up with their friends to set up a trap for you. You don't know, man. You just have to figure it out. You could jump from planet to planet to try avoiding them, and it's so cool. That's something that you can't do in other games because you either are faster than the opponent or they're faster than you. You either have a stealth or a teleport, and they don't. That kind of thing. In normal MMOs like, say, World of Warcraft. What's your do you like racing? Because I know you're a big racing guy.
Yeah, I love racing. It's one of those things that I love because it's fulfilling for me. Because it's like you said, it's not a long-term thing. It's just like, well, you have a race, 60 laps, go for it, start. You're the first, you're the second. You try to manage your time, the time of your opponent. It's like thrilling because your heart is always pumping and you feel the vibrations in your body, and your body just like communicates to you and tell you what you need, and just a loving feeling. Also, and the community is very good. I love it.
So, but would you say that's your favorite medium?
Yeah, I would be probably saying racing because of the thrills, and you have to have a good gear to be competitive, and you gotta learn a lot and learn from your mistakes. That's hard nowadays.
Yeah, a lot of games don't have StarCraft 2's instant replay system where you can look back at your mistakes. More games need to implement those two things. They need to implement, like for an MMORPG, for example, let's say Star Wars The Old Republic and Guild Wars 2, a really solid alternate playstyle system. I think Guild Wars 2 is doing mini games, but I don't know what mini games they could possibly be doing. If they had like a American football mini game, I'd be all about that. I mean, what if like Star Wars The Old Republic had like a racing thing? I mean, not like pod racing or anything, but I mean like racing, You could race hovercrafts, I don't know. There was a racing thing in the Old Republic, wasn't there? The Knights of the Old Republic, the first game?
Yeah, it was. It was actually like going through some warp thingies. Then you just go faster and faster and faster. Yeah, I remember that. It was quite fun.
Yeah, see, I mean, why can't more games try to refine something like that? A little mini game. So many games just try to add on to their current in-game stuff. I mean, why can't mediums cross? It doesn't have to be required. It can be optional. I mean, you look at World of Warcraft once again. They did this Plants vs. Zombies thing in Cataclysm, and I love Plants vs. Zombies. That's a fun game. But, I mean, can we hope that games in the future have more, sort of mini games that relate to real-world interests, such as racing and sports?
Yeah. One thing that I really not like in some MMOs, and I see a lot of, it's just like, you go to a mission, do something, destroy something, and then when you finished, you got back to another mission. You pass by that part of the map and you say, well, I've been doing all this time to destroy this thing is still up. What the hell?
Well, that's another thing that a lot of people don't like, is that you'll do a quest where you're supposed to be killing this big commander guy. He's over here on the edge of the map, and if you kill him, it'll wreck the enemy forces in this area. But when you complete it, the next person can complete it too. So it's really anticlimactic, and it really takes you out of the experience, I think. And then you also have these situations where you're fighting in like a raid, same thing. Someone else is fighting the exact same thing you are. And, I mean, you have, like, Guild Wars 2 is doing the personal storyline system where what you do matters to you, and it's sort of like a home instant sort of deal. And then Star Wars The Old Republic is doing a character storyline, not a personal storyline. You go through the same content as everyone else, but you make your own choices. I don't know. I think I prefer Guild Wars 2 system a lot more because in terms of storyline, I have no doubt that the Old Republic's going to have a crazy good story. But, like, I don't know, that sort of takes me out. Like, what's the point? Why don't you just make it to where you make a character, and then when you do a mission, you're like a storyline character. You know, you're the male trooper, or you're the female trooper, you know, and everyone's playing that same character in a storyline mission, and maybe your character could be a component to that. I just think it seems a lot better if you're saying, well, I when I saw it, it happened this way. You know, the other guy's like, no, it happened this way. But instead it's like, oh yeah, well, my trooper killed that guy. My trooper didn't. So, I mean, you have this guy that's alive in one dude's story and dead in another dude's story. I don't know about that. I mean, I think I'd prefer someone to focus less on that sort of storyline BS and more on your character and the player's interests, like we're talking about those mini games, for example, like racing and football, American football, that
Yeah.
is, for our European listeners. I don't know, man. Whatever.
Yeah, well, it seems to be like that. They said, well, your actions affect the game, and you see, your actions don't affect anything, so only yourself and your story. That's kind of a setback what they are saying, and they, well, but I think they cannot change it ever. But yeah, well, some people just gotta sit back, enjoy the ride, play the game, be friendly, make friends, and enjoy it. Have fun. It's all about having fun. So,
Yeah, I saw the weirdest interview that said, has having fun ruined video games? No! Are you stupid? Having fun's the reason we play video games. I know I don't play a video game to work, which is what grinding is. I know I don't play a video game to listen to whining kids, which is what a lot of social activity is. No, I think I'd rather have fun, And not to say everyone that whines is a kid or that everyone whines on an MMORPG, but anyone that's played an MMORPG knows the kind of person I'm talking about. You can relate to that. Can you, Genio, even though you play racing games?
yep, I can relate to that. You just unwinding and say, I arrived from work and play, and just went in there and just said a bunch of guys just whining all over the place. Annoying.
Yeah, why don't they just play? Why don't they vent to their wife or their cat? Why don't they get a podcast? I just did a troll noise. And then vent there. Okay, why not? I don't understand. Well, in any case, I'd say we cut a pretty good demo tape. Now, what I'd like to ask everyone listening, when we get this on the forums or on YouTube, whoever's listening, be harsh. Don't call our moms fat. You might do that now that I've said it, but I'll ignore you, just so you know. But it'll probably be funny to everyone else in the comment section. But be harsh. Let us know how we did. If we did something really bad, we want to improve. We're not going to improve by everyone stroking our peen. So let us know. In any case, this is MSI Informer. And the end.
Hey, and Genio.
And this is the end.